1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3.
Welcome back to Pixology 101, folks. It's Professor Devin with you, once again here to enjoy another wonderful day on Vitabase. This is a continuation of our 5-part mini-episode arc in which we lost all of our audio through our own incompetence and have to now try and come up with words to fill the time. To my right is Professor Nate.
Oh my god, look at her face! Oh, that was her own hair.
And to his right is Professor Rod.
I'm sorry.
Who is distracted really easily. And it's also, we've decided, the loudest of the three of us.
Yeah, I'm loud.
Excessively loud. I felt like I was the loudest one.
I thought you were the loudest one, too. I wasn't going to do it.
Hey, I'm only loud microphone-wise.
Well, to be fair, when Nate decides he wants to cackle, you can hear him pretty much anywhere on the planet.
Something funny has to happen. If you've been watching these episodes, you know that's not going to happen.
Hey, just watch these
that
movies.
One sayonara shot, 2 sayonara shots, 3 sayonara. You waste the sayonara at the two at the beginning. This
I
episode,
try to use it here because piercing, it goes through. That's why. But it's really hard to aim it because I'm aiming. There's no fine tuning. It's just ridiculous. There's no auto aim, Res Evil style.
This episode is super exciting. We actually managed to finally get it back on track thanks to Professor Devin's wonderful observation on heading back to the mood chamber. Truly a turning point in the back half of this Let's Play is the moment where we decide to go back and check out what mood does. I cannot stress enough how amazing that is, and the genius that thought of it is definitely worthwhile.
Okay, we get it. Do we have to talk about Halo Reach again?
I don't even know why you'd mention that, Dirt.
I don't know. That's why I don't want us to play Halo 5, because we're going to go find something stupid.
No,
dude.
It's because I think it's because Halo Reach was a prequel for him. That's why it kind of messed up like the whole thing.
Halo Reach is angering to me only because
just keep it to one sentence. Keep it to one sentence.
5 words.
He said one sentence.
Okay, after the words Halo Reach is anger-inducing because you have 5 words. 5 words.
5 words. Okay.
That was 2 of them. No.
It breaks Halo's lore fundamentally.
Okay. All right. There we go. You happy with that, Nate?
I am happy with that.
All right. Good.
I'm not.
I'm very angry. I want to go off on that, but that's not
You already
important.
did it before, man.
I know. I've done it several times. But till the end of time, that will be aggravating for me.
Did I ever mention Halo Reach was my favorite Halo game because of how accurate it all was, especially when it came to like shield damage and stuff.
especially in the back of the neck area, if like a needle
Have I
shot.
ever mentioned how cool the sayonara is and how much I'd love to use it to shoot Professor Nate in the head? I mean, what I'm trying to say here is, no, we do get back to the mood chamber in this episode, and this was one of the things.
See,
I
told you. You run right into him. You can see him a mile away.
One of the big things, or one of the most aggravating things for me is,
that was embarrassing.
at least in this game's mechanics or how it's designed, one of the things that really bothers me is the fact that there's information that, to the best of my knowledge, you just can't get to until you need it. But there's no indicator that it's become available. Because we head back to the mood.
That's school style for gaming.
That is incredibly old school, where you just like get new inventory items, adventure game style, where you just get these items. You have there's no arbitrary use for them.
Yes,
in
but
the
this
universe.
goes even more specific. You have to get into the chair. You have
I
to
didn't
go
even know,
into
right
the
here.
room.
We're just like,
You
what? I
have
can
to
still use
log
the
in.
chair.
You have to log back in. You have to go to the rock. And then you have to go over 2 menu screens to even see the section for what we need. I was like, what? That's such an obscure set. That's such an obscure logic path to follow to get to this.
In this game, I don't remember if it kicked you out after you use it, or there was really no fundamental reason to use this rock, because you're only presented with the screen of all the bulkhead doors and an arrow in the bottom right. And I thought that was the exit arrow.
Was that arrow even there the first time we used
it? It was
this?
the first time there, but it kicked me out the second I activated the mood.
Yeah.
And it just made me exit out.
Yeah, that arrow's there, but
you could barely even see it. Look at that.
Yeah.
So this is me just testing out, like, I'm in the chair again, all I can do is the same stuff. Raise and lower the bulkheads. I lowered them again. Nothing new.
It also reminds me of a game like
And see,
you ever
it
play, like,
kicks you
Jurassic
out of the
Park
rock. See,
for Super Nintendo,
Yeah.
where you can go up and down. Like it's a side scroller.
Oh my
you can
God.
go up and down.
I played that game.
On
Don't
levels.
you remember?
However, the very
The
first
sewer level.
level doesn't have an arrow. Every other level has an arrow where you can go up and down. The first level, the arrow's covered up by a bush, so you don't know you can go up and down. So you're going to go all the way to the right, get stuck, and be like, I can't go any further. You're supposed to go to a certain area and press down. Like every other part of it has an arrow that goes like up and down. You can see, though. Obviously you have to push down and go to the next screen.
Wasn't it the
That's reminds me of this.
Oh yeah, this is when we figured out. Obviously, these freaking ants are the enemies. Those huge
The
hulking
Trimorphs.
things.
Is what we've come up with for a name for them.
No, that's the name of the game.
Yeah, I know.
Oh.
Sorry, I said we.
Yeah.
I meant that the game gave us that name. I don't know how to explain that properly.
The
I apologize.
Trimorph.
But long story short, yeah. The Trimorphs.
Yeah, here it is. See? Oh no, those are those little head crab zombie alien.
Trimorphs give birth to them. In warm, well-oxygenated conditions. Which I don't know how any place on this...
Warm. Why didn't Moo just shut off oxygen in those sections then? Does she? Oh wait, because she has no control over it. I had control over it the second I entered that recyc chamber.
Yeah.
I remember that whole escapade.
Or maybe because Mood is evil, like from System Shock 2. What's the name of the enemy?
Oh,
Shodan.
Shodan. Thank you. Sorry,
man.
System Shock 2.
I'm getting
If you
kind of
haven't played
annoyed.
System Shock 2 by now, I don't know what to tell you.
Maybe we should do a replay of.
Did you see they released
Let's
an
Play.
enhanced edition of the original System Shock? Because for a long time you could find like the second System Shock, and it runs okay.
Decently, yeah.
Modern computers,
yeah.
considering how old it is.
You can remap the keyboards to modern controls at least.
But they have an enhanced edition of System Shock 1 now, because that game was almost impossible to get running in a modern system. That's one thing that's so weird to me. Like, I remember back in the day playing these games and having to like upgrade my graphics card or get more RAM or whatever to play a game. But now your computer is so advanced, it can't play the game because it is so far in advance from what the game is. It's just like, it's just mind-boggling how fast technology has gone forward in such a short amount of time.
Yeah, I wonder if that's a legitimate excuse the Sony has made for the PlayStation 4. Oh, we can't run PlayStation 3 games. The hardware is too advanced.
That's one thing I like about PC gaming is you can get like DOSBox or something. You can't run every single game ever made for the PC, but you can run a good hunk of them.
But like 98%? Like, it's still a majority.
Plus,
a
you
large
have good old
majority.
games, which they spend a lot of time just trying to make older games work on modern systems. And they even give you like a Windows installer, so you don't have to go through DOSBox and like mount drives or anything like that. You can just
Yeah, you run
Start up a
run the
Windows
executable, and it
and
automatically loads all the emulators and stuff you need to run.
Exactly.
Just starts playing. Now, this is a really frustrating puzzle here, because this requires you to bait the monster into that hallway, close one door, and then Kenzo just closes it from inside the mood.
Yeah, it was not super clear.
Yeah.
And here we're also going to have the fun adventure where we
Oh my
get stuck
God, that
behind this Trimorph.
Look at
yeah,
that face!
I remember.
I can't believe
Look
they
at her
made this
shadow on the
mistake.
ground. That's weird.
Like just the circular?
Yeah, I remember
right
those.
in front of her feet. I don't
Mm.
remember noticing that.
A lot of those PlayStation games had that like little circular shadow. Oh my god!
That
But it's so
barcode.
bad.
Yeah.
The little barcode at the back of it, like you can
Yeah.
see.
Don't you remember this game started screwing up graphically for us?
Yes,
I remember
that's
now.
maybe that's the first hint.
I
Maybe
was
that
thinking
might be,
that-
'cause look, now her shadow looks decent now. It looks like
We didn't know if it was a corruption of the game file itself, like the disc, or if it was the game pulling in eternal darkness.
Eternal darkness on us.
Like, because it only really becomes noticeable after we encounter a certain object in the game. So we'll get to that later. And there's this guy. I do love how polite these zombies are. They never really leave their areas, and look
he's
at
like,
that.
what
You
was that
straight
noise?
juked.
Oh.
You straight juked him perfectly. I remember
That
us
was like
talking
the-
that
yeah,
out. That
me too.
talking
I was
that
like-
plan out.
I think Devin actually complimented you on that one.
He did.
Yeah,
that was the
that
only
was- that was
compliment
a
I ever
good- that was a
received in
good
this
juke.
game. That was a good juke.
Yeah.
That's-
I mean, that was a good juke. Like, you clearly took advantage of the enemy's AI there. I like
And then
it.
look at this. Oh my god.
I did not even remember
I
that.
miss the days of these pre-rendered like hallways. The limitations of technology really made these games outstanding, in my opinion.
Oh, yeah, you could... Well, I mean, they made some of the games. I wouldn't go and say every game.
That is true. Not every game, but just if used well, if used appropriately, like Silent Hill's Fog, like the pre-rendered backgrounds of Resident Evil, the original Resident Evil.
I will admit though, but yeah, having limitations makes the developers become more creative in what they have to do. Where now there's like, oh, we have so much technology, we can make whatever.
I think we should call this like a certain effect. We should call this the Phantom Menace effect, where you have all this technology at your disposal that you're so lazy in your story and gameplay, where it's just all about looks. And
it'd be more of the Attack of the Clone effect. That whole movie was literally just like one giant green screen with them lazily pointing people like, oh, go here. You're talking to Yoda. Pretend it's the ball on your stick is Yoda.
Toy Story had more actors in it than Attack of the Clones did.
Oh, that's
mic drop, everybody.
Oh,
God, that sucked. I also remember, unrelated as it is, these entire episodes we kept doing John Cena's theme over and over.
I remember that as well. I also remember this was the night that the Star Wars trailer was going to come out.
Yeah, we watched the Star Wars trailer right after we did all these episodes, and then we hella microanalyzed every single frame.
Super excited for that. Super, super excited for Star Wars
So,
episodes.
spoiler alert, the guy becomes a Jedi. Black guy becomes a Jedi. I'm not being racist, just pointing it out.
Well, no one thought you were being racist.
Okay, yeah, I forgot.
Racist.
I hate
not being racist.
That's the backwards effect.
I mean, now you made it all awkward. No, and I don't know that he becomes a Jedi in this movie, but I think he will become
because
a Jedi.
It's the Force Awakens.
He's at least
the title.
Force sensitive. He might not get trained in this movie.
It is totally Anakin Skywalker's lightsaber, by the way. The blue lightsaber is Anakin Skywalker's lightsaber.
We'll see.
Said it was Luke Skywalker's lightsaber, though, and I
he
said
gets
it
in episode 4 and 5.
The one that he got cut off in his hand in Cloud City that fell. What happened to his hand then? Wasn't it clutching onto his lightsaber, like the death grip of his lightsaber?
Painfully specific. It is Anakin Skywalker's lightsaber that Luke Skywalker inherits for the entirety of New Hope, and for like an hour and 55 minutes or 40 minutes of Empire Strikes Back.
Until Darth Vader cuts it off.
Yeah.
Until Anakin cuts
I don't know how he gets
his
it.
lightsaber, his son's
lightsaber.
Hand. Which begs the question, where did he get that lightsaber? Because it would have fallen off at Cloud City, so I guess Cloud City's above a planet, so maybe they go to that planet.
Yeah.
Was it above a planet? I thought it was like a gas giant. Or something like that. That's why it was called.
I
thought it was too.
So I'm confused. Like, how the hell? Where would it land?
Just got stuck on something on the way down.
Yeah, it would. It would be like, what are you talking about? Those force artifact? Because that was a major traumatic event when it comes to like the force.
Well, and the bottom of Cloud City, Luke landed down there, but we didn't see the lightsaber just falls down that shaft, and you can see that there's like vent shafts or holes inside of that main shaft. Because Luke slides down the side of it and then falls into a smaller tube.
So you guys ever heard the theory that Darth Vader actually saves Luke in that part? Because Luke is falling straight down, and he falls over to the side into like a vent. And people say that Darth Vader actually used the Force and saved Luke and pushed him with the Force through that vent so he wouldn't completely fall and die.
I wouldn't be surprised. It's pretty obvious.
I've heard that theory before because, I mean...
he does care about his son.
Yeah,
he does care about
him. I just don't know how much of that's... I mean, as a fan
still
theory,
more like,
it works, but realistically what happened
it's more like a movie
George
moment.
Lucas, George Lucas was like, we can't really do it this way.
You can't kill us. So I think we screwed this,
We screw up the first time. Wow, her scream is very short for the amount of time she's getting her intestines ripped open.
But you're getting your intestines ripped open, you're not going to have much time to scream. You're going to scream for
screaming is the lungs and in your mouth. If your intestines are getting ripped out, you have plenty of...
Well, until your diaphragm goes.
You'll probably
that whole cavity just.
You'll probably go into shock within those seconds.
Quickly, I would guess, yeah. But no, I remember we messed this up the first time. What really aggravated me about this is I don't know what the difference was between us doing it the right way and the wrong way. Because we mess up that first time because you open the door, you try and run for it, and you fail. The second time...
I open both doors and I run out, and I come back in.
Yeah.
Well, no, and you're aiming away. You're aiming away this second time. I remember because I told you to do the quick turn and aim away before you open the door.
Oh, I was just too close to the door. I was too close to the first door. That's why. I was way too close.
You couldn't get away.
We took advantage of the fact that this game lets you open doors like behind you,
Yeah.
like a good 5 feet behind
She just
you.
leans back and kind of presses the wall behind her. Like
throws a rock at the button.
Jeez.
Or maybe The Force Awakens in Matlock.
Oh my god.
See, look at this.
Star
So,
Wars.
yeah, this is when we took
Star
advantage
Wars
of it.
Episode 8, Vita base.
See? Look at that. There you go.
Boom.
See?
Book it, book it, book
So
it,
you
book
can't
it,
even
book
see
it.
it for half the time there.
Close the door! Professor Rod, you just kept running. I was so angry about that too. I was like, why did you keep running?
Because I wanted to know what would happen. I honestly wanted to know.
Yeah, well, we figured it out at the end.
Yep.
And you made it. The only reason I was angry is because I thought you weren't going to make it, so I was like, come on, we have to do that again. But you made it, so it's okay. I mean, beggars can't be choosers, as the saying goes.
And
I
yeah,
love
Now we're realizing that the monster is back at the starting position because we were going to close and trap him in there. But
yeah. I thought I could close that door and then like maybe try again. Or something.
So now we have to go all the way back, lure the monster again, and close the door because we have to trap.
This
him in
is
hallway.
the ultimate game of test of just killing yourself over and over to advance the story. Because there are you have to have at least ammo to advance the story.
Yeah.
And if you were...
Oh my gosh.
Because dead bodies have important information that can advance the entire plot if
Yeah.
you're not paying attention.
And you have to shoot them. This is so poor on so many levels. It's such a trial and error. And you book it here, you book it here.
I love how that
Yeah.
door farther down is closed. They didn't think that anyone was going to do this at all.
Well, the thing is too is they just couldn't render that far down the hallway.
No, they just
They
ran the
literally
money.
can't. So they're
Yeah.
like,
Why render 2 screens for this thing when it's going to happen like once?
I love that.
See?
Oh, I just wanted to give you a hug.
And I like how it stands there and just waits.
Yeah, why didn't it just go back again?
Yeah, see that.
That bothered me.
Because you've tripped the first piece of the coding for the puzzle. You tripped that first thing by locking that first door. I bet you there's a
So am I
piece of
outwitting the
game's
game
coding.
or outwitting the game's code?
No, I think
Because-
that the game's code is designed in such a way that when you close that first door, the game purposely tells you or gets told like, "Hey, they've gotten this far, so just leave the monster spawned here from now on."
Yeah, because the monsters don't change location.
Because you can't.
He can't physically change his location because his AI is built to come after me, I guess. So he's literally running against the door more or less.
If you put him back where he was instantly, because you have to switch characters, and the implication is every time you switch the character, he would reset instantly. Because the first time we switched the character, when you tried closing the door the other way, he's all the way back at the end of the hallway, and that was less than a second later. So he traveled that time in the game world. He didn't really travel that time. They just reset his location. But once you've done the first step of the puzzle, he gets moved to a new location, and the game says he always starts there. I think that's how that works.
So stupid.
It's just a game puzzle, because you as a player wouldn't actually think of that. Because if you were doing this the right way, or the way that the game developer thought you would, you'd run through, close that second door, and then you'd instantly switch to Kenzo, which would still show the monster right on the other side of that second door. You wouldn't even think about it because you'd be panicking. You'd be like, come on, I gotta get there. I gotta close that other door
close it
before
or
he goes back.
But
And then you would have successfully done the puzzle. Or done it the way that they thought was cinematically
But he could have moved
appropriate.
back. He could have potentially moved back because we've seen it happen. If you leave a character in a room with a zombie, you could switch back and he's being eaten alive by the guy. You know, these zombies are not limited by where you are or by the time frame at all.
Yeah.
He could have moved back.
So, and that's what I'm saying is, if you'd done it in the perfect way, you would have never even known that the game moved that monster's spawn point.
Yeah.
But we didn't do it in the perfect way. We did it in an imperfect or run-around way. And that's why the games, we saw that the game moved its spawn point, or moved its starting point in that area. I thought we got here in like the 3rd or 4th episode. I can't believe we're only 2 episodes in and we're already
we made a lot of
We
progress
made a
in
lot
these
of
5
progress.
episodes.
Like, this one right here, we made a lot of progress.
Well, 4 episodes, yeah. The 18th one is just BS.
Nothing.
It's just nothing.
Here we get a ton of crap. We got a gray tag and something. Like,
Thank God they gave me a vac tube in here. I've been so mad if I couldn't use something like this.
Did you, jumping back to a topic we were mentioning in the last episode, did you see there is a World War I section in Assassin's Creed Syndicate?
That's
Really?
interesting. There was a World War II section.
Really?
In Unity.
In Unity.
Yeah.
You're like climbing up the
But
Eiffel Tower.
Syndicate, the thing is, in Unity, it opens, I think, in the back third of the game. It opens near the end. When you get that particular time
When
jump.
you get older.
World War
the character-
the World War One section in Syndicate, rather, is like its own mini sandbox. There's a whole part of the
Really?
main
That's kinda
game's
cool.
map that you get to play in the World War One era
Of England?
of England.
Oh. I
So
thought
I'm not sure, and this is the thing, I'm not really sure.
that'd be cool to be in England during the Blitz.
Where do you want...
Trying to parkour across blown up buildings.
In your dream scenario for Assassin's Creed, what would you want to see Assassin's Creed do in the next game?
The next game? Well,
Yeah.
we need more time jumps to get to this whole Desmond event. We really need to get to him. But,
They're not... Oh, God, I hate Assassin's Creed now.
well, you probably hate... I bet you just hate the Desmond storyline.
No, it's not that. I actually like the Desmond storyline.
Or
I'm
just how
mad because they
convoluted it
haven't
got.
mentioned the first civilization again. It's like they completely forgot that there's a group of people who supposedly existed on our planet before we did.
Who are gods.
Yeah,
and
Juno and all of
spawn
these
humans?
amazing things. Yeah, the Adam and Eve puzzle. I think it was in Brotherhood or Revelations.
It was in, I think, Revelations.
It was in 2.
Oh, it was in
Oh.
2?
Yeah.
When you
Because-
finally got the video clips?
Yeah,
Yeah.
when you get all the clips together and it shows like Adam and Eve climbing, parkouring up the side of this
And watching
giant
the-
alien building in the middle of the desert somewhere. It looks like it might be the Australian outback or somewhere crazy. I don't remember. Here's some foreshadowing for you folks, not to jump off topic.
So this connects back to the original quote. What was it again, Devin? I think you remembered it.
If one dies, all die, but in the end, only 2 can survive. And it gives you 3 chairs here, the implication being that 3 people could fit on this, which is stupid, because we did a rough guess. I remember doing all the math for this. So there's like 25, probably more than 25 people on this base right now.
Probably like 50. How many zombies
Yeah.
we kept going through, man.
And that escape pod only has room for 3 people. So in a worst case scenario, let me just spin you a hypothetical. Let's say that you wake up one day on Vita Base and it turns out that the whole base has been overrun by some ancient alien evil and that everybody's been turned into murderous monsters. You might want to get out of there quite quickly. Let's say you and 20 of your friends go to the escape pod. There's only 3 people who can get on it. Now, for the game, it makes perfect sense, because it's like, yeah, you've
survival
got
horror.
3 characters, and you're still thinking, oh yeah, I can totally get all 3.
But Devin, remember, like this whole subconscious thing that's going on, maybe they only built this escape pod with 3 people and didn't really think about it because they have records of these three guys. They have records of Kenzo, of Matlock, and of Karn. And there was this entity in the beginning that mentioned all 3 of them. We haven't even met her
That
yet.
entity
and
is Mood. The one that's talking about infinite space in that opening cutscene?
Is Mood?
That's
Really?
Mood.
So
That's
yeah,
Mood.
she probably just built it and told them, no, don't worry about it. We have
How
more
did
somewhere.
She build it. She doesn't have arms or legs. There's no one she can employ to build it. Ben Gunn's the only.
But
other
if she
person
was
alive.
evil, she could be working with the alien entity.
Oh God! But if she's evil, why would she build an escape pod? Like, just
Because
we got to at least give them a fighting chance. I mean, we're evil.
But in
We're
the
not that
end,
evil.
only 2 can survive.
I know.
But it has 3 chairs.
I know.
At least only have 2 chairs if you're going to have
This
that.
is so stupid.
Please do not overanalyze
Yeah.
that 2001 horror River Hill Soft horror game.
Coyote Software. River Hill Soft is
Oh.
Blood.
Coyote Software game. Sorry.
Yeah.
They're both horrible video game developers.
But I digress. Yeah, I remember being distinctly unhappy about this. Almost as unhappy as I was about Assassin's Creed 2. And from Assassin's Creed Brotherhood on, they just drop. They're like, oh yeah, the first civilization doesn't even matter. I guess Assassin's Creed 3, they come back, don't they?
2 Brotherhood and Revelation. Brotherhood and Revelations, they don't mention it. No, they kind of mention it a little bit, because
Revelations is all about figuring it all out.
2.
Yeah.
And then I think you talked, I swear to God, you talked.
So they hit them for the first 5 games, and they've since just completely pretended they don't exist. And we've been stuck, and I know a lot of people like Assassin's Creed 4. I don't.
Do you know
I
the
did not enjoy
storyline
it.
of the modern day so far? Isn't, Desmond dead? or something.
Yeah, no.
Desmond is
Supposedly at the end of 3, he's definitely dead.
He basically sacrifices himself to save the world.
But then, what is the point of any game?
Yeah, then what's the point?
What's
There's
the
that
new-
whole
because
modern.
After that, there's still Templars and there's still Assassins.
Yes, but the whole reason the Templars and the Assassins were fighting is because they wanted the events that were going to happen in 2012 at the end of Assassin's Creed 3. They both wanted the power to control the first civilization's tech. So why have we stopped talking about the first civilization for 4 games now? Like, that, the whole point of these two societies existing is fighting over this technology from this alien race. And we've just stopped talking about them? Why? What's the point? Where's the end game of the Assassin's Creed?
Or you're just a game developer for Abstergo, which
Yeah.
is the Templars.
But why?
So you
But
wouldn't really know about it. I don't know.
Oh wait, that's
it's
Black
like
Flag though, right? That's
Yeah,
it's a
Pirates.
spin-off game. Yeah, that's not. I can't really call it official. It's a spin-off, really.
But Abstergo's trying to figure out what's going on with, they want people who are sensitive test subjects. But we've forgotten the reason we're even testing people. That's what pisses me off about Assassin's Creed. Like, as much trash as you can talk about Halo 4, at least it gave you, it was like, yeah, you're trying to kill the Didact, because the Didact's trying to bring back the
Talking
Forerunners.
about
Like,
Dr. Manhattan at the end that you kill.
Of Halo 4?
Yeah, wasn't it like
I
a
don't
big
remember
dude
what
that
he
you
looked like.
killed
Yeah,
at the end of that game?
It wasn't. I wasn't even a boss fight.
Well, he was a Promethean, though. But they, like, Resident Evil, it's like Resident Evil problem. There's no goal to the series. There's no goal. There's no final end goal for Assassin's Creed anymore.
It's already finished its main arc.
So why? But they've never started a new arc.
Are they trying to find the Apple of Eden still?
Yeah, they're still-
Is that really the end goal now?
That was their end goal in the first one, was to find the Apple of Eden so they could shoot it off into space so they could mind control everyone on Earth.
Yeah, the Templars want to do that. I remember that in the satellite, yeah.
Yeah, but what does that have to do with
2012
like,
and the
nothing-
first civilization.
From Assassin's Creed, the end of 3, every game since the end of 3 has not had, there's no reason these stories are in effect unconnected. They're all disconnected. Every Assassin's Creed you've played since then has been a standalone one.
I've only played
but it doesn't
two
work.
since then, so.
It doesn't work in the same way that like Call of Duty does, because each of the Call of Duties, even Call of Duty, has story arcs. Like, what happened to Assassin's Creed's story arc? Why am I supposed to care about these people? So what? Something's happening in Revolutionary Era France, but I know that's not the real time. That's just a memory. So what's happening in the real time? Why did I need to go to Revolutionary France? Why did I need to go to Victorian England? Why did I need to go to ancient China? Like, those things aren't being answered.
That is true. You're just being shoved into historical.
It's like,
We got so excited, we were literally over-talking the ending.
Oh, well, this is just a black screen, I guess. So, yeah, we'll see you guys next time. We were really excited. Sorry, we kind of forgot we were commenting on a game. So, we'll see you guys next time on episode 20 of Martian Gothic Unification.